Okay, thank you.
10 o'clock,
So-
we'll call the big drive for the prayer and pledge.
Please join me in prayer and the pledge. Dear God, we thank you for the opportunity to meet today. We thank you for Bedford County and those who serve it, and for all the organizations, businesses, families, and individuals that make this county a wonderful place to live. Guide us today as we make decisions, share information, recognize endeavors, and with grateful hearts we pray. Amen.
Amen.
And join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Do a roll call. President myself, Mr. House, Commissioner Wink, Commissioner Bachman being the chief. I have nothing to hear public comments. So I'm going to move on to table the July 14th minutes. Yes,
I'm sorry, I have public comment.
yes.
I'm sorry. Hi, my name is Riley Oates. I work with the U.S. Small Business Administration in the Office of Disaster Recovery. We are currently responding to the severe flooding event in Blair County from July 5th and 6th. Bedford is one of our contiguous counties. Small businesses and nonprofits are eligible for what's known as an economic injury disaster loan or an EIDL loan. Some of you might be familiar with it during COVID. But it's a low interest, long-term rate for any small businesses who have seen a loss of revenue because of the disaster. So our deadline for the EIDL program is March 27th of 2027. I'm sorry, March 23rd of 2027. So for any small business that might be having a tough year, this is a great program to take advantage of. So I hope that, you know, the stakeholders in this community can message that out to their networks and we can try to help someone that might be in need. So
Do
thank
you have information you can be?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. We'll move on to approval of minutes for July 14th, 2026.
So moved.
I'll second.
First and second, are any additional comments? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Your eye was in favor, correct?
Yes,
Commissioner Bachman? Thank
I
you.
approve.
That motion passed. We go to expenditures and our top 10 expenditures for the month.
Our top 10 expenditures month totaled $333,412.07. Our largest expenditure was UPMC Health Network, $210,404.70. That account for 63.1% of the top 10 spending. The remaining expenses totaled $123,007.37. The expenses were legal services, Cameron Durant, $30,210.12. Human services, residential care, Colonel Braxton City County Effective Ridge was $48,876.04. County programs, the UFSS Bedford County Commissioners was $16,751.08. Security services with Watkins Security LLC was $9,603.50. Technology and IT services, the government, $6,669.58. Administrative services, because of certified mail, $7,500. Facilities and maintenance and RGD building services, which $3,396.25.
Thank you. I would like to say that the Campbell Durant at $30,000, that was for multiple months. That wasn't one month. It was multiple months payments that came through all the time. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
I'll second.
Having a first and second, any additional comments? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. I have nothing under old business, so I'll move on to county staff updates, awards, and bids, which I also have nothing there. So I'll go straight to new business. I have a motion to act on the change for assessment of nose control for the month of July 2026, based on the recommendation of Nicole Abbott, Director of Tax Assessment.
So moved.
Second.
Having a first and second, any additional comments? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. A motion to act on the purchase of service agreement between Bedford County Children and Youth Services and the following for a period of July 1st, 2026, ending on June 30th, 2027 inclusive. This is based upon the recommendation of Christopher Gresco, Administrator of Bedford County Children and Youth Services. It's Horizon Behavioral Health PLLC, Youth Advocate Programs, Inc., Dennis Williamson, Co-Parenting Programs, Male, Anthony Zanoni, Esquire, Guardian and Adlin Living to the Children, and General Legal Counsel and Consultant, Daniel Donovan, Esquire, backup agency. It was directing my speak today.
So moved.
I'll second.
Having a first and a second, is there any additional comments? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. A motion to act on the purchase of service agreement between Bedford County Children and Youth Services and Bedford County Juvenile Probation Office for the following period, July 1st, 2026 through June 30th, 2027 inclusive, based upon the recommendation of Christopher Gresco, Administrator of Bedford County Children and Youth Services, Cornell Abstract Group LLC, Children's Aid Home Programs of Somerset County, Inc., Marquette, Pennsylvania, Alternate Life Solutions, Presley Ridge, Independent Family Services.
So moved.
Second.
Having a first and a second, do I have any additional comments? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Next, we have a motion to act on the purchase of service agreement between Bedford County Children and Youth Services and the following for a period of July 1st, 2026, ending June 30th, 2027 inclusive. This is based upon the recommendation of Christopher Gresco, Administrator of Bedford County Children and Youth Services. It's Kimberly and April, incredible years in strengthening Family's Program Lead Facilitator, Fishertown, PA. Natalie Glass, incredible years in strengthening families program lead facilitator, Bedford, PA. Heather Dawn Sipes, incredible years in strengthening families program lead facilitator, Fairfield, PA. And I failed to tell you that this was something that was carried over from our previous meeting.
Thank you for clarifying. So moved.
Okay. Having a first and a second, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry.
Just a quick comment, on these contracts, one of the things that was added to the contract is this addendum, which really defines the service of the contract. What that looks like, and they had some more specificity to what, the program actually is, what's going on with the program, how many sessions are, how many weeks there are, how many sessions that can be, things like that. So it's a lot more detail, so I feel very comfortable building for these programs.
Next, we have a motion to act and purchase of service agreement between Bedford County Children and Youth Services and following. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to do one to keep. We have a motion to approve. Motion to approve E.V. Black Attorney LLC as a legal solicitor for a period of 1 year to the Bedford County Agriculture Conservation Easement Program based upon the recommendation of Bedford County Commission.
So moved.
Second,
Having a first and a second, or any additional comments, Stephanie, would you like to say anything?
I would just say that this is to assist my department in administering the ACE program. The funds will come mainly from the funding that we receive from the state, which is cigarette tax funds that we get to purchase farms, and the solicitor will be used to assist in those purchases.
Having first and second, all those in favor? Aye.
aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. A motion to act on the approval of agreement memorandum of understanding between Unified Family Services and the Bedford County Children and Youth Service Supplements Services Supplements and MOU executed September 19, 2026 between USS and the Bedford County Commissioners, September 19, 2006, and reaffirmed June 8, 2010. The UFSS Bedford County Memorandum continues until terminated by mutual agreement and reflects the resolution approved by the commissioners on those dates. The effective date is July 1st, 2026 through June 30th, 2027, based upon the recommendation of Chris Bresco, Administration, Children and Youth Services in Bedford County.
I have a request, Chair. I just received, this memorandum this past week. I would like, us to consider tabling this motion until next month's meeting, so I have time to review the contract, look at the original MOU from 2006. I think that I'd like to meet with CYS and ask some questions, and I don't think it'll interfere with the program as it's running at the moment. But I would I'd just like to respectfully ask that we table it to next month to have receive some more background information.
Chris, would it affect anything within your services?
No, no more.
Commissioner Button, do you have any comments?
I'm thinking about this. I do not want to get into a habit of tabling motions when they come before the board. I think they should be tabled prior to our meeting when at all possible. So I am willing to move this forward, but I would defer to the chair in whether you would prefer to table it or not.
I can support what you're saying about tabling it prior to coming to the meeting, but in this case, I would table it for the next meeting. Okay, so we'll go on to a motion to act on the approval of the following individuals for appointment as members of the Opioid Scholarship Review Committee effective August 11, 2026 through December 31st, 2027, based upon the recommendation of Bedford County Commissioners. Deb Bachman, Sandra Benko, Aaron Geller, Dean McGee, Ben Noggle, Lucille Parks, Bernard Smith, and next folio would be Stephanie Clevenstein and Leah Pepple.
So moved.
Second,
Having a first and a second, I would like to say that this is the result of our approval from last month for our scholarship programs, and this will be a committee that will meet to discuss those scholarships and if these people are eligible. I'd like to thank all those people who are willing to serve on this committee. Having said that, all those in favor? Aye.
aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Next, we have a motion to approve the appointment of Jeff Walsh to the Huntington Bedford Fulton Area Agency on Aging Citizens Advisory Council effective July 2026 through February 29, 2028, based upon the recommendation of Connie Road, Executive Director.
So moved.
Second.
Having a first and a second, any additional comments? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Next, we have a motion to adopt the Bedford Fulton Joint Recreation Authority bylaws proposed revision based upon the recommendation of the Bedford County Commissioners. This is a revision to the bylaws that were revised back, I believe it was December or January of last year, or December of last year, January this year. And I was not going to read through all this. Jim, do you have any brief statement you want to say about these?
I want to, well, these bylaws increase the authority from 6 to 10 members. And it clarifies the language on how to break ties, since there are an even number of members on the authority. So we're pleased to have this revision. And the additional members that we have been appointed, like Lloyd Rhodes, will be very valuable.
And my understanding is you have 10 members, which is an even number, so the chair will not vote unless there is one.
Correct.
Thank you. I'll take a motion to accept.
So moved.
I'll second.
Having a first and second, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. We have a motion to enact the resolution 2026-8-11 as presented, approving in accordance with section 147F of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986. As amended, a plan of financing by Butler County Authority for the undertaking of a project for the benefit of Valley Special Needs Programs, Inc. As reviewed by Dean Crabtree, attorney. Based upon the recommendation of Bedford County Commissioners, we have Damian and Farah here to answer any questions, should anybody have any questions. But one key thing to note is you would turn to page 6 of your agenda. It says section 2 of plan for financing is for $1,700,000. And section 3 says the note shall not constitute a debt or obligation of the county and does not obligate the taxing power of the county of Bedford in any way. Just want to make sure everybody's well aware of that.
I'll
Do I
make
have a
that
motion?
motion.
Having a first and second, does anybody have any comments? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Next, we have a motion to act on the motion to approve the proclamation of older people of Ford Month in honor of National Assisted Living. This is based upon the recommendation of Bedford County Commissioners, and Tyler's going to read that for us. And Tyler, how old do we have to be older in group?
As old as you want to be.
Thank you.
So Older People Are Cool Month for September 2026. Whereas older people are the foundations of Bedford County, have strengthened our communities throughout their hard work, service, wisdom, resilience, and lifelong contributions. And whereas older residents continue to enrich Bedford County by volunteering, mentoring younger generations, preserving our local history, supporting families, and serving as valued members of our communities. And whereas Bedford County is committed to fostering an age-friendly community where people of all ages are respected, included, and empowered to live healthy, meaningful, and fulfilling lives. And whereas it is important to challenge outdated stereotypes of aging and instead celebrate the talents, experiences, and accomplishments of older adults while encouraging meaningful connections between generations. And whereas the Older People Are Cool movement, founded by me, was created to celebrate older adults, inspire positive perceptions of aging, and remind our community that growing older is something to be embraced and celebrated. And whereas throughout the month of September, residents, businesses, schools, organizations, and community groups are encouraged to recognize the many ways older adults have shaped Bedford County and to participate in activities that honor, include, and celebrate them. Now, therefore, we, the Bedford County Commissioners, do hereby proclaim September 2026 as Older People Are Cool Month in Bedford County, Pennsylvania, and encourage all residents to celebrate the lives, achievements, and ongoing contributions of older adults throughout the community. Be it further resolved that Bedford County calls upon its citizens, businesses, nonprofit organizations, schools, faith communities, and local governments to recognize Older People Are Cool Month through act of appreciation, intergenerational engagement, and community events that honor the older adults who have helped make Bedford County the remarkable place it is today.
Thank you very much, sir. And I've seen much of the work that you've done with the older adults, and it's greatly appreciated.
Thank you.
They do enjoy it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay. We did not do it. I'll take a motion.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Next, we have a motion to act on approval of the Bedford Finance Department policy, vendor ACH payments processing policy, FIN-ACH-001, effective August 11, 2026, based upon the recommendation of Bedford County Commission. We're not going to read through this. It is very lengthy, but you're more than welcome to read through it. If you have any questions, please let us know.
So moved.
I'll second.
Having a first and second, are there any additional comments? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Next, we have a motion to act on the approval of the following personal actions. Received by department heads for August 2026 as listed. We did have a spelling down on the separations. Number 8, Greg Foley on the original agenda came out incorrect. It's been updated and modified to be correct.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Having a first and second, any additional comments?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I have a question. I get confused when I see new hires and the name, for example, the very first name, and then it says declined employment. If they were never employed, why are they listed as new hires? I'm just wondering. Wondering why they're showing up like that, or one saying a no-show at some point. Do you have an answer for that?
Because the paperwork had already been submitted and was put through the system, entered into the system.
So it's a paperwork
Yeah.
thing. Thank you.
Having a first and a second, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Do my fellow commissioners have any comments they'd like to say today? Hearing none, I'll move on, take adjournment for the meeting. And our next meeting will be September 15th in room 101. Let's go sooner. We're on the salary board. I'll call to order. President or myself, Commissioner Wayne, Commissioner Bachman, leader teams, and Melissa Cotto, our secretary treasurer. I'll take a motion to approve the July 14th, 2026 minutes.
So moved.
I'm a first, do I have a second?
I'll second.
First and a second, any additional comments? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? That motion will carry. I have nothing listed under old business. And under new business, I have a motion after approval of the wages or as by union contracts for the following personnel based upon the recommendation of respective department heads for July and August as was. First, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Having a first and a second, or any additional comments? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? That motion will carry. I will take a motion to adjourn. Thank you. And our next meeting will be the 15th as well, September 15th. Thank you all for attending.
Thank you for accommodating my remote participation.
Thank you.